Tornadoes, written by Edward Allen Kurtz. Contents at a glance. Introduction. A tornado is one of nature's most dangerous weather conditions. It is a column of spinning or rotating air that comes down from a violent thunderstorm. Sometimes it is called a twister. A tornado can cause unbelievable destruction with its high wind speeds up to 300 miles per hour. A tornado can crush buildings, toss cars around, and uproot large trees. Its path of destruction can be up to 1 mile wide and 50 miles long. How a tornado is formed. Tornadoes are formed from thunderstorms, but not all thunderstorms bring tornadoes with them. A storm is created when a mass of cold air meets a mass of warm air. This produces instability in the atmosphere. When the wind changes direction and its speed increases, the air begins to spin in a horizontal position. As the air rises, this rotating mass of air changes from a horizontal position to a vertical position. This area can be up to 6 miles wide, and this is where tornadoes are formed. What is needed for a tornado to form? The first thing that is needed for a tornado to form is a strong and violent thunderstorm cloud. Next, there must be enough wind from the meeting of a cold air mass and a warm air mass to push moist air up high into the atmosphere. This storm cloud must go farther up into the atmosphere where the air temperatures decrease as the cloud goes higher. The last thing needed is for the winds at all levels to be both strong and turning in a clockwise direction. Where tornadoes occur? Tornadoes occur on every continent in the world except Antarctica. They happen in southern Africa, eastern and south central Asia, western and southeastern Australia, northwest and southeast Europe, North America, and east central and northern South America. However, most tornadoes occur in North America. The majority of tornadoes in North America happen in an area called Tornado Alley. Tornado Alley. Tornado Alley is a flat area of the U.S. that stretches from the state of North Dakota south to the state of Texas. The Tornado Alley region includes the following states: Arkansas, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, and Texas. This large area of the U.S. is prone to tornadoes because of the cold, dry air masses coming down from Canada that meet the warm, moist tropical air that originates in the Gulf of Mexico. When tornadoes form. Tornadoes can form almost anywhere and at almost any time. In the U.S., March through May is the peak tornado season for the southern states. Sometimes there is a second tornado season during the fall months. In the northern states, most tornadoes strike during the summer months. Tornadoes usually form in a thunderstorm and strike the ground between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. The appearance of a tornado. A tornado looks like a funnel. This is why they are sometimes called funnel clouds. However, there is a difference between a tornado and a funnel cloud. A funnel cloud does not touch the ground, whereas a tornado is basically a funnel cloud that does touch the ground. Some tornadoes are invisible. You can only see the effects of the swirling winds with debris and dust being stirred up at ground level. Traditional tornadoes have a dark, smoky, swirling appearance. Similar weather conditions. There are several weather conditions that are very similar to traditional tornadoes. A dust devil occurs in a hot desert and consists of whirlwinds of not more than 70 miles per hour. A gust-nado is a weak whirlwind that forms at the front of a thunderstorm, but is not a true tornado and only does minor damage. A supercell thunderstorm forms tornadoes that are violent and stay on the ground for a long time. A waterspout is a weak tornado that forms over the ocean, like the Gulf Coast of the U.S. Hail. Thunderstorms can produce many things: wind, heavy rain, lightning, thunder, and tornadoes. Hail is often created during thunderstorms. The terrifying sound of a tornado can be made worse with the sound of a violent volley of hail. Hail is formed when small drops of water are lifted high up in the sky where the air temperature gets colder and colder. The drops of water freeze and start to fall, but the wind lifts them up again. This happens over and over until the hail is so heavy that it falls to the ground. Warnings. There are two kinds of tornado warnings that you should know about. The first is a tornado watch. This means that there is the possibility that tornadoes will visit your area. You should listen to the radio or turn on your TV. The second is called a tornado warning. This is more serious. It means that a tornado is already in your area. Always remember that tornadoes can happen at any time of the year, and being outside during a tornado is very dangerous. Fujita scale of tornado intensity. The Fujita scale of tornado intensity helps us understand how serious a tornado is. At the bottom of the scale is F0. This means that winds are between 40 and 72 miles per hour, causing light damage like broken tree branches. F1 has winds of 73 to 112 miles per hour and causes moderate problems like snapped trees and damaged roofs. F2 has winds of 113 to 157 miles per hour with more problems like uprooted trees and demolished mobile homes. F3 has winds of 158 to 206 miles per hour. Severe damage is possible with trains overturned and cars lifted off the ground. F4 has winds from 207 to 260 miles per hour, and houses are flattened and cars are thrown great distances. With winds from 261 to 318 miles per hour, F5 causes the most damage, with strong houses blown completely away. Safety tips. There are several very important things to do to prepare for a tornado. Always have an emergency kit ready. This should include bottled water, canned food, flashlight, and a battery-operated radio. If you have a basement, go down and stay there until the tornado passes. If you do not have a basement, go to an interior room of your house, not one that faces the outside. A closet or bathroom on the first floor is the best place. Get under a strong piece of furniture. Do not stay in a car. Find a ditch or low-lying area and stay flat. Interesting facts. With 1,200 tornadoes per year, more tornadoes occur in the U.S. than in any other country. The most dangerous tornadoes in the world happen along Tornado Alley in the U.S. Sometimes a tornado forms after a hurricane or tropical storm leaves the ocean and hits land. Tornadoes usually last only a couple of minutes but can cause incredible damage. A tornado can last up to an hour, but this happens very rarely.